I think we will see action on pharmacare. And in the throne speech, it was described as national pharmacare, which is a good thing. The word that was missing was universal. So we're hoping that they don't bring in just pharmacare as a kind of a patchwork, fill the gaps. We would like to see universal pharmacare. But I do believe we'll see pharmacare in the budget. That's a good thing. We're looking forward to that. We also want to see healthcare funding in this budget. So people say, well, why does the Green Party care about more healthcare funding? We know that the well-being of everyone affects how we approach the present climate crisis. So we want to see funding for 554, which is a clinic in Fredericton, for example, that provides care for LGBTQ2+, and for women's reproductive rights. Those are things that could be very specific and certainly would fit with our green agenda. But we also want to see that they're taking action to remove fossil fuel subsidies and provide a fund to transition workers away from fossil fuels and into green energy. So let's support those workers in Alberta, and let's see the fund that's going to do it. Well, you know, we talk a lot about targets, but I know we want to see increased targets. But for a lot of people, their eyes glaze over when they hear the word targets. So I think what I would say to make that sort of more practical is we want to see in this budget a plan from this government that will get us to what they say they are going towards, which is net zero by 2050. So we would like to see something very specific that says we're committed to doing that, and here's how we're going to do it. We're going to take, for example, as I said, taking subsidies away from fossil fuels and putting them into new energy. So if we saw in that budget a plan to really move towards a target, and a target's just a number, what you hope to do. It's like when you set your budget and you say to yourselves, we want to reach this specific spot, we want to save this much money. We want to know how much carbon do you want to cut out of this budget and how are you going to do it, and give us a 5-year goal. So if we saw that, we could support this budget. I'm not even going to say how much it has to be, but we've been told on a world level, the minimum is 45%. Canada, to reach its goals, needs to go to 60%. So somewhere in there, if we could get there, this budget could have our support. I remind everyone that unlike other parties, you can expect that the Green members of Parliament may not always vote as a bloc, because we do not whip our votes. So, for example, one of our MPs may say there's enough in that budget for me and for my constituents in my riding, so they may vote for it. Elizabeth May can't promise even all 3 votes. She can promise her vote. So we do have to wait and see what the levels will be for each of our MPs.